So guys, what's going on? Well, that was shit, wasn't it? Manchester United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Wolverhampton Wanderers give Ralph Rangnick his first defeat as Manchester United manager. And we can't even be mad about it. They deserved it more. They deserved every single one of those 3 points. We had 2 shots on target. 2 shots on target the whole game, playing at home at Old Trafford. We got dominated, we got bullied by Wolverhampton Wanderers, and they absolutely bossed that game today. And it's really infuriating, it really is, because once again we struggle to build on decent results. After the Burnley game, beating them 3-1, we had to build on that. I said it in the preview. There's no point winning that game and not getting anything from this Wolves game. And there were fans at the end cheering to get a point against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Like, what are we doing? What are we performing at? It's these players on the pitch. They cannot do the basics. Passing the ball, they struggle to do that. Keeping possession, we can't do. We can't create chances. Like, what is going on? Matic and McTominay are surviving 90 minutes on the pitch. What is going on? And we have to speak, some of the blame has to go on Ralph Rangnick tonight, because he's watching that game. He is allowing Scott McTominay and Matic in that midfield, who are horrific to watch, non-existent, giving them 90 minutes on the field. Like, I felt sorry for the defence today, because the majority of our defending was really good. I thought Varane and Phil Jones, especially Phil Jones, were coming out of this match saying that Phil Jones was man of the match. How old is he? 40? 40-year-old Phil Jones is playing for the first time since, I don't know, 2 years ago, and he's performing at a better level than these players have done throughout the whole season. It was a bit of fight from Phil Jones, a bit of courage from him. That's all we need at Manchester United, because these players on that pitch are fragile. They don't want to take anyone on. They don't want to go the extra mile to perform and get the results that we need. And there's certain players on the bench as well who would come on this pitch and give 100%. Jesse Lingard, Donny van der Beek, players on that bench who, deserve to be in this team because they would fight for the badge. And that's what we need at the moment. We need players who want to give it all for the badge. Think about Adama Traore when he came on today. Why can't we have a player like him who just runs forward, always looking to attack? Our attack was non-existent today. There's no point playing 2 strikers up top, Cavani and Ronaldo, and not giving them any service. What's the point? That's 2 players that are out the game for 90 minutes. They were non-existent today. The midfield was non-existent, and we got bullied by Wolverhampton Wanderers. It says it all. These players just cannot improve. You could bring Sir Alex back. The players just cannot improve. I honestly cannot tell you what's wrong with this team. They can't build on anything. They can't do the basics. They can't do anything. It's just so infuriating to watch, because we have quality players on that pitch. Sancho, Ronaldo, Cavani, Bruno Fernandes, players on that pitch who, they're quality players. That's what I don't get. That's why I can't put into my head why these players are performing to such a shite level, because they're good players. We brought in a new manager who's experienced, but maybe just the players are just not good enough. Like, it's just so infuriating. All I want for us to do is build on results and just, play for the badge. Play with a bit of, Play with a bit of energy. Just invite something into the game so we can get into it. I was nearly falling asleep in that game. I really was. It was that boring. And the first half as well, Wolverhampton Wanderers, they should have won that game 3 or 4-0. And that is the bottom line today, because we were just so poor. But what's the excuse going to be today? What is the excuse going to be today? We heard Rangnick coming out against the Burnley game saying, we need to go on a run of 8 or 9 wins. 8 or 9 wins. You want that team out there to go out and win 8 or 9 games. We can barely play against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and nothing against them, because I think they're a really top side. And I said it in the preview. They were going to make it hard for us. They were going to come and win this game, because they're fighting for Europe. They want to get something out of the season. They want to get that Europe place. And what are we looking to do? What does that performance show you? Top 4? Never. Never in a million years are we getting top four if we can't perform against these type of teams that we need to. It is so infuriating. But the team lineup going into the game, it was David De Gea in net, left back Luke Shaw, right back Wan-Bissaka, and that said something like all because I said in the preview, Diego Dallo needed to start this game to add a bit more attacking ability going forward, but Wan-Bissaka started it. So, that just proved that we were scared of Wolves today anyway because, Wan-Bissaka defensively is better than Diego Dallo, of course, going forward. So it was Wan-Bissaka, and then it was Phil Jones alongside Rafael Varane, of course. And as I said, Phil Jones was man of the match, played with some heart, played with some courage, played for the shirt tonight. And I want him to start the next game because he showed he needs to be in the side. He showed a bit of passion for me. So he needs to start. He was brilliant today, a man in the match with McTominay and Matic in the midfield. Ahead of him, of course, it was Sancho alongside Mason Greenwood in the two cam positions, or the two narrow cam positions in the 4-2-2-2-2, and then of course up front Cavani and Ronaldo. And of course, going into the game, we're just hoping for something. I'm positive and looking at the team thinking, yeah, we can give Wolves a good game today. And the first 20 minutes or so got absolutely bullied by Wolves. We couldn't keep possession, we couldn't pass the ball. We struggled to do the basics today. Even I can go on there and pass the ball and keep possession. You know what I mean? Many of you can as well. And as I said, Wolves should have been ahead. They had a few close chances. David De Gea keeping us in the game again. And then, of course, we go into the half at 0-0. Feeling really relieved that we're not 1-0 down or 2-0 down or even 3-0 down in that half, because we had nothing. We managed one shot on target as well through Ronaldo. We come out in the second half. I'm wanting an improvement. I'm begging to see an improvement in that second half, and it just didn't come. Yes, we got a bit more fired up. Yes, we looked a bit better. But overall, Wolves were still dominating us. They were easily winning that midfield battle as well with Martinho and Neves, two players I would happily take at this Manchester United side. I really would. They're just top-class midfielders, dominated ours. And then, of course, they go 1-0 up towards the end. And it was coming, to be fair. I was just waiting for that goal to come, crossed in by Adama Traore, and a midfield player winning the game for Wolverhampton Wanderers. João Martinho had a great goal, can't do anything about De Gea. And as I said, I really do feel sorry for the defence today, especially Maguire and Varane. Phil Jones and Varane, because they were both brilliant today. But the fact is, they had to defend for 90 minutes. There was no breaks for them, because we couldn't keep possession, we couldn't keep the ball, we couldn't create chances. So there was no breaks for them, so they were really good today. And then to concede that goal as well, it's just so infuriating, because I saw it coming. There was not a glimmer in me that thought we could get a goal today. There was no one showing me on that pitch they could step up. We took Greenwood off, one of our most creative players in that first half, and started the second half. And then you've got Cavani on there and Ronaldo, who are not doing shit. It's fair to say that. And then Cavani was scheduled to come off, and then you take Mason Greenwood off. Like, what are you playing at? What are you playing at, Ralph? Like, I'm going to give you time, but again, this early on, you're not helping yourself. It's the same like Ole. Ole would watch this side. He would keep McTominay and Matic on for 90 minutes. Ralph's doing the same. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. So yeah, they go out and there's no going back for us. We had a free kick, 95th minute, saved by Jose Sarr. But other than that, absolutely infuriating, horrific to watch. Really bad. But let's get into the player ratings. So David De Gea, I'm going to give a 7. Again, really good performance from him. Kept us in the game until the 70th minute when he conceded. Nothing he can do about it, as I said. So yeah, straight 7 for me. Really good performance from him. Left back Luke Shaw, I'm going to give a 5. I thought he was, actually, yeah, I'm going to give Luke Shaw a 5. So I thought he was pretty poor. Going forward, didn't add much, to be fair. Defensively, again, just needlessly tackling people. Needless tackles, in my opinion. He picks up a yellow card, suspension out for the next game, so that means Alex Tellers will come back in for that one. So I'm going to give him a 5. Awful today for sure. Phil Jones, I'm going to give an 8. Could even give him a 9. Man of the match. As I said, won everything. He looked up for the game, played for the badge, won every aerial duel. Went out. He was the fastest player to go out and check anything down or block any ball. So yeah, Phil Jones for me, definitely an 8 for me. Man of the match. Varane, I'm going to give a 7 as well. I thought Varane was very strong today. At times, he showed his experience in that game as well. So, yeah, I'm happy with Varane's performance today. Wan-Bissaka, I'm going to give a 6. I thought he was all right today. Going forward, offered a lot, to be fair. Much improved performance from him. Defensively, again, got messed up too much, to be fair. I'm going to give him a 6. McTominay a 3. Matic, I'm going to give a 3 as well. Both awful. Lost the midfield battle. Couldn't keep the ball. Couldn't pass the ball. Couldn't string any passes together. Lost possession every single time they picked up the ball. So yeah, both of them atrocious today. And I said, sorry about that. I said it in the preview for the season. We are going to regret not signing a midfielder. I don't care who we bring in, Ronaldo, Sancho, Varane. I don't care who you brought in. A CDM was vital. A CDM is what we needed, and we didn't bring one in. And it's showing this season why we're doing so bad. It is showing so much, and it's so blaringly obvious to anyone that our midfield is not good enough. So yeah, here they're both going to get a 3. You could even give McTominay a 2. Awful today, awful. And then ahead of him, Jadon Sancho, 4. Didn't think he was very good today. No, you know, again, with Jadon Sancho, he's not just clicked into it. There was many times where he just looked scared to take on his man. Just take on your man. Have a bit of confidence. Have a bit of belief in yourself. Take someone on. See, I'm going to give him a 6. Greenwood, I'm going to give him a 6 as well. No, Greenwood, Sancho, I'm going to give a 4. Greenwood, I'm going to give a 6. Guy for in the first half, our most creative player, looked bright, and then to get taken off in the way he did, or you know, for someone who didn't deserve to, when there were many players on that pitch who survived 90 minutes somehow and were absolutely atrocious, quite frustrating. So I'm going to give him a 6. Ronaldo, 4. Cavani, 4. Both absolutely awful today. Ronaldo, again, maybe did all right to be fair, but again, there's no point playing these two strikers, as I said, and giving them 0 service. There's no point. You're literally just playing with 9 men. You're playing with 9 men against a Wolverhampton Wanderers side who are up for the game, you know, wanting to win this game. That's their first win against us at Old Trafford since 1998, I think. 1998. And we basically just gave them the win today. We didn't put up a fight. There was no fight from this Manchester United side, and that's the worry for me. Manager today, Ralph, I'm going to give him a 4. I thought his substitutions, awful. You know, to leave the players on that he did as well, McTominay and Matic, you know, brightly on the pitch, playing shit, allowed 90 minutes. I don't get how he allowed him 90 minutes. So I'm going to give him Ralph a 4. At the end of the day, guys, again, 3 points dropped. Another worrying performance. And again, we just can't build on anything. Is it the players? Can this manager improve these players? Let me know down below, guys. But let me know what you guys think down below, guys. Did enjoy, make sure to smash a like. A frustrating and a really horrible start to the week, guys. But that's it. I'll see you guys later. Drop a like, subscribe bottom right corner, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.